It was amazing. I was so excited when they told me Carmen Mauro was going to be my mother. I was like, what? Because she's such a legend. And I was so nervous because this is the first time I'm acting in Spanish and doing comedy in Spanish and then acting opposite of Carmen Mauro, which is a legend. Like, it was all very stressful. But then I met her and she was amazing, and she helped me along, and she is just a delight and a one, obviously super talented, but in this character of Julia, she's spectacular. And then to have Victoria, who's never done anything before in her life, you wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, she was so confident in the role and in the character, and it was so refreshing to have her on set, because she was just like bright-eyed. I'm like, what's that? What do we do? What is that? And so open to Carmen and I, teaching her technical stuff, opening up the camera, finding the light, things like that. But both of them, like, I was sandwiched right in the middle of like acting royalty and a newcomer. So I was pretty comfortable. Oh, terrifying, because I didn't grow up speaking Spanish at all. And then I married a Mexican, and we live in Mexico City. So speaking, Spanish from Mexico, and then going to Spain and having to act in Castilian Spanish, I was just like, my brain hurt at the end of the days. But it was a joy. I love exploring new characters through language or through accents. And I haven't been on TV in front of the camera in like 10 years as a series lead, and I was like, if I'm going to return to TV, I want it to be different, and I want to be challenged, and I want people to see me in a different way. Like, what's something I haven't done? And acting in Spanish was one of those things. I was like, I've never acted in Spanish. I'd like to do that. And I wanted to shoot in Spain. And so for me, that was really the motivation to want to do this project was, if I'm going to go back onto TV, I want it to be with something special. And so it was worth all the effort of learning Castilian Spanish. I think when I started directing, I remember the first time I directed a short film. That was the first thing I directed. And I told a director of Desperate Housewives, I was like, I think I'm going to direct. And he goes, you'd be good at it. And just his like vote of confidence made me go, okay, I'm going to do it. And then finishing that project and going, oh, I did know what I was doing. I did know my way. Gave me all the confidence in the world. But what gave me confidence was doing. Like, you only learn by doing. And so that's really where, then that was it. After that, I've been directing for the past 12 years. I never stopped. Very hard for female directors. I mean, if you look at the statistics, there's less female directors getting opportunities than there were a couple years ago. And for the Latino community, there's less Latinos in front of and behind the camera than there was a couple of years ago. So we're actually going in the wrong direction. And what's happening in a parallel universe is the box office is growing because of the Latino audience, and because of Latino ticket buyers, and because of Latino, streamers. And so there's a huge disparity about who's making content and who's consuming it. And so, women, we're not a special interest group. We're half the population of this world. We should have the same opportunities to direct. It's not that we don't have the talent. We have an amazing surplus of talent to fill jobs. It's just they never take the risk on us. And we don't have the grace to fail either. I remember feeling that on Flaming Hot, where I was like, I got to get it right, or else they're never going to hire another woman again. Like, feeling that pressure of not failing, and not only not failing, but I need an undeniable success, not a kind of a success. I need an undeniable success in order to get my next gig. I think it's a burden that women definitely carry.